Hello everyone, welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective. My name is Blake, and with me today is Bob.
This is my final intro line.
Connor.
Hello there.
And Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And today we have the first video in the classic creepies. Yes, for October we're going to be covering only classic creepypastas. And we're starting off today with, and I mean, it really doesn't need much more explanation than that now, does it? We're starting today with Jeff the Killer, which you might have heard of.
The classicist.
Yeah.
Now,
of course,
about
there's
a guy
multiple
named
versions.
Jeff and he's a killer, right?
Yeah, there's multiple versions of Jeff the Killer, including like the guy who claimed to be the original creator said that the one that we're reading, which is the most well-known one, is not his true vision. We're going to cover that in another video. But for this video, we're going to cover the most well-known Jeff the Killer and the most widespread story.
Because it's not actually that good.
Yeah, it turns out it's really bad.
All right. So, Jeff the Killer creepypasta story. Excerpt from a local newspaper. Ominous unknown killer is still at large. And
I hate it when the newspaper just editorializes. Like, you let me decide if he's ominous.
Yeah, he might
just
actually
report
be
the
pretty chill.
news, please.
yeah.
Also, we're reading this on creepypasta.com, and it says estimated reading time 15 minutes, so if we take longer than 15 minutes, we'll know.
It's on them.
Hold our feet to the fire. Yeah,
hold our feet, it has to be exactly 15
No, hold their
minutes.
feet to the fire.
Yeah.
Right. So, then the standard Jeff the Killer image you've all seen before.
Oh, wait, no, Connor, what are you talking about? We should be like, oh my God.
Oh, sorry.
Right. That's so scary
spooked.
how they have no nose and...
Very wide lips.
After weeks of unexplained murders, the ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells
Do they
his
mean
story.
on the run, or is he like a rising superstar?
I had a bad dream, and I woke up in the middle of the night.
Think nights change people.
Yeah.
Says the boy.
Yeah.
I saw that for some reason the window was open, even though I remember it being closed before I went to bed. I got up and shut it once more. I speak like an adult.
Yeah.
I speak like a creepypasta writer.
He speaks like your voice sounds.
I was going to say, you speak like a PSA for secondhand smoke.
Afterwards, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to get back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling, like someone was watching me. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed. There, in the little ray of light, just like a young boy would describe it.
Yeah.
Illuminating from between my curtains.
Just like a young boy would describe it.
Guys, we're a pair of two eyes.
So there's 4 eyes there?
Oh, the
No, it was a
literal
pair
4
of
eyes.
2.
No, I see what Bob's getting at. It's not a pair of 1 or a pair of 3, but a pair of 2.
These weren't regular eyes. They were dark, ominous eyes.
Okay.
They were bordered in black and just plain out terrified me.
I'll tell you what.
Flat
I'll tell you,
out.
them eyes out there plain out terrified me what they did. I'll tell you
Just
that.
plain out terrified
That
me.
is plain out terrified me. And
That's
I was
when I
like,
saw his mouth. A long, horrendous smile that made every hair on my body stand up.
I had to go and drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
2-liter Mountain Dew. The figure stood there, watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it. A simple phrase, but said in a way only a madman could speak.
I like how he's like got a southern, like Texas drawl.
I
now.
just get, I
I
just
like
added
it a
that.
lot.
Yeah.
Dude.
This is like a cowboy story now.
So
I'm-
I'm not doing young or I am. I guess I'm doing boy, kind of. Not really.
Now, this is supposed to be dialogue, so it's okay for there to be, like, not perfect writing, because people don't speak perfectly, right? But I still love the idea of just describing it. Everything so far has just been, it was scary in a real scary way. It was ominous.
The thing that bothers me is this is written from the framing of this is a newspaper article. The title of the article fucking blows. Just an awful title. But also, like, you write 2 sentences and then drop this huge quote. Are you insane? That's not how you write a news article. Summarize the facts. Tell me what happened.
Bro, it's the state of modern journalism.
I also, how much of this story is carried by the picture? Because I'm trying to imagine this without the picture and just like eyes, and then a big smile coming through a narrow window. And due to the picture, I know what they're talking about.
yeah.
But it genuinely kind of seems like the story is carried by that picture.
Well, just you wait.
We'll see.
Just you wait.
He said, "Go to sleep." I let out a scream. That's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aiming at my heart. He jumped on top of my bed. I fought him back. I kicked. I punched. It's all in the mind. I rolled around trying to knock him off me.
Big bed.
That's when my dad busted in. The man threw the knife. It went into my dad's shoulder. I don't know why we're not talking to my dad.
Yeah, I was going to say, why aren't we talking to the dad?
My dad's in the ER.
Wait.
The man probably would have finished him off if one of the neighbors hadn't alerted the police.
All right, so you ever hear that expression,
That
when
famously loud knife throw to the shoulder.
Yeah.
And also, when the seconds count, the police are just minutes away. I like how the neighbors heard, the glass shatter, called the police, and the police were there instantly.
They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. Why does our house have a parking lot? The man turned and ran down the hallway. I heard a smash, like glass breaking. As it came out of my room, question mark, I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house was broken.
The window was pointing it?
Okay,
The
why do they
window
have a parking lot?
was pointing.
Towards the back of his house was broken.
Guys, you see, the reason there's a parking lot is he used to live in Paradise, and then they paved Paradise and put up a parking lot.
I looked out it to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I will never forget that face. Those cold, evil eyes, and that psychotic smile. They will never leave my head.
The scary thing about the thing that makes for a good horror villain is that he seems almost, even if he's not supernatural, he seems almost unstoppable, like Leatherface or Mike Myers. This guy was Michael Myers. He was fucking
Not the Cat in the Hat Shrek dude.
Yeah, so Jeff the Killer was fucking fought off by just a young boy and his dad, and then just someone calling the police.
Yeah. Jeff tried to kill this kid, failed miserably, then tried to kill the dad, failed miserably, then ran away.
He's very, very scary, very threatening. Known for opening up your windows.
Honestly,
or he's slightly open.
At least smiling at your window until you wake up and react to him.
Yeah. What was he doing before he woke up? He was just hanging out?
Terrifying to have a guy staring at you outside your window. If a guy stares at the window and then just gets scared off himself, he's not a good villain.
Yeah. Police are still on the look for this man. If you see anyone that fits the description in the story, please contact your local police department.
Story?
The description, he has cold, evil eyes and that psychotic smile.
I'm sorry, you're saying I need to call the police if I see someone smile? He can not smile, right?
Well, maybe Jeff the Killer.
That's how he hides. He hides in plain sight. He just doesn't smile.
He frowns and he can just leave town. No one knows it's him.
He's smiling. They go, wait, is that him? And then he stops smiling. They go, fuck, I lost him. Where'd he go?
Hey, that guy's carrying a bloody knife. Yeah, but he's not smiling.
I'm pretty sure he actually does have a permanent smile, which is just dumb.
Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods.
By fancy, they mean racist.
One of those fancy places.
It literally means, gated community,
You ever get a promotion at work and go man, I think I'm just going to move to a fancy place now.
You ever get a promotion at work and be like, man, I'd love to spend $500 a month on an HOA?
All right, finally, time to get that McMansion I've always wanted.
We just move right in.
Jeff and his brother Lou couldn't complain, though. A new, better house. What was not to love?
To be honest, when I was a kid, I didn't like new houses. Yeah.
I mean, that's why kids traditionally aren't fans of big moves.
Yeah, I only moved twice, and I hated it both times.
Do you think Jeff has friends? Do you think Lou has friends?
As they were getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by.
Hello,
she said.
I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself, and introduce my son.
She turns around and calls her son over.
Billy, these are our new neighbors.
Billy says hi and ran back to play in his yard.
Okay, thanks. Well,
said Jeff's mom.
I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter, and my 2 sons, Jeff and Lou.
Why would you name him Lou?
They each introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to. I don't know why we need, like, this amount of backstory for a serial killer.
Why don't they want to go to the birthday party?
Maybe
Get, like, free
something
cake and
truly
shit.
amazing happens,
You get,
and
like-
it transforms him.
You get like free
Okay.
fucking food and shit and get to go play. Man, I wish I'd gotten invited to someone's birthday party as soon as I moved into
No.
my house.
I mean, do you know how many weddings I've crashed? At least one a week.
Fucking, like, that would have been the fucking shit when I was a kid.
I go up there, I immediately start eating and just drinking. It's pretty
Eating,
horrifying.
drinking, shitting everywhere.
And people are like,
Everywhere.
and everyone's like, who are you again? Were you invited? I'm like, yeah, I'm your uncle. It's like you're like 20 years younger than me at least. It's like, yeah, well, sometimes things happen.
Yeah, sometimes things happen.
and I'm like, where's the cake? It's like, we haven't even cut it yet. They haven't even had the ceremony. I'm like, well, I'm testing it. It could be poisoned. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know anything.
When Jeff and his family are done packing, Jeff went up to his mom.
Packing?
Yeah, what are they packing?
I thought they were unpacking. No, they're
Well,
repacking
just
it. Are
moved
they moving
in.
again?
Unless they're going to a
again?
birthday party right before they leave.
No, they're packing for a really big birthday party. It's a day trip.
So, yeah. Oh, did you want to come to my birthday party? Since you're new in the neighborhood, I figure you could use some friends. Oh yeah, sure. When is it? Oh, it's in 3 hours, but you're probably gonna want to leave now because it is a state over.
You're gonna need to
Yeah.
pack some shit.
Yeah.
It's in 3 days, and that's about how long it's gonna take you to get over here. So you might want to pack.
Yeah. Once you land in LAX, you're gonna want to take an Uber.
Uh-huh.
Mom, why would you invite us to some dumb kids? Or I'm sorry, Mom, why would you invite us to some kids party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid.
Said the author.
Weird
kid.
thing to say. Jeff,
Said his mother.
we just moved here. We should show that we want to spend time with our neighbors. Now, we're going to that party, and that's final.
Jeff started to talk, but stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything.
I can't even do anything.
I'm
Whenever
just a kid.
Whenever his mother said something, it was final. He walked up to his room and plopped down on his bed. He sat there looking at his ceiling when suddenly he got a weird feeling.
Sounds like you're having so much more fun than going to that party, huh? Laying
I
on your
get
bed
a
staring at
feeling
your
that I
ceiling.
never, ever,
I
ever
mean-
had before.
I didn't like going to kids' houses that I didn't know.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah,
I
and
still
you,
don't.
and you are a serial killer, so.
Can I just
Right,
say? Can I just say? When I was a teen, there were many nights that I would go to my room, plop down on my bed, lay back, look at the ceiling, and get a weird feeling.
I might be finishing your joke here, but then I'd reach for the Kleenex box.
Well, yeah. And cry.
right, and cry, yeah. I used up like so many Kleenex just crying all night.
Just sobbing.
Not so much pain, but a weird feeling. He dismissed it as just some random feeling.
The fuck kind of writing is this?
What the fuck?
I don't know.
What the fuck does that mean?
What is it even supposed to be?
That's a
You got a weird feeling that's like a thing.
Yeah. Huh, this is a odd feeling. Whatever, not important. He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and he walked get his stuff.
Yeah, what
And he
the-
walked
they
down to
packed.
get it.
They're unpacking, yeah.
They had to pack for this.
Hey, you want to come to my birthday? It's a 6-day camping trip.
Yeah.
You know, in that case, yeah, I wouldn't want to go. That would suck.
That would really blow. I just got here.
That would be fucking awful.
Can I at least get to know my own house first?
The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and got ready for school. As he sat there eating his breakfast, he once again got that feeling. This time it was
Got
stronger.
a feeling.
It gave him a slight tugging pain, but he once again dismissed
I
it.
don't know what that
Dude,
means.
just jerk off.
Yeah, the tugging pain.
As he and Lou finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat there, waiting for the bus. I guess it's a bus stop with, a bench.
Benches.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard jumped over them. Only inches above their laps.
There's a bus stop here, and then there's a skateboarder who jumps over their laps.
Yeah, grinds on their dicks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Puts
someone's
an
got
all-new-
to. Jeff is not taking care of it.
Radical. They moved to Santa Monica or
They
something.
they literally moved into Rocket
They
Power.
moved to that neighborhood from Skate 3.
they're-
all of
dude,
those.
Not Skate
They're-
3, I'm sorry, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
They're a couple of flipping shoobies, is what they are.
Oh
Yeah,
my
these kids are
God.
shoobies.
What a fucking shoobie.
That's the ultimate backstory. Jeff was a shoobie as a kid, so he turned into a serial killer.
Don't be a shoobie, kid.
Don't be a shoobie. Okay. They both jumped back in surprise.
Hey, what the hell?
The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it with his hands.
Wow, he's so fucking cool.
How dope would it
Yeah.
have been if he caught it with his teeth?
Are
Yeah.
you ready to see a creepypasta, a creepy classic description of someone?
All right.
Yeah.
The kid seemed to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He wears an Aeropostale shirt and ripped blue jeans.
Why is this
Whoa.
suddenly in present tense?
Dude, fucking about 12,
About 12.
you're the
Yeah.
narrator, just tell us.
Also, yeah, the narrator just switched to present tense for some reason.
Well, yeah, it caught up.
Yeah, oh, that's right, the story caught up to where we
we're
are now.
there with Jeff and his bro. Well, it looks like we got some new meat. Suddenly, 2 other kids appeared. One was super skinny, and the other was huge.
That's a bulk and
Was this a
skull? What
Saturday
is
morning
this?
cartoon?
Yeah.
Fucking cartoon characters over here.
Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith. I don't have a name. Jeff and Lou looked over to the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that you would expect a sidekick to have. Okay,
He has no style. He has no grace.
grace.
This little bully has a dopey face.
This killer's gonna have a fucked up face.
And he's Troy. They looked over at the fat kid. Talk about a tub of lard.
Okay.
This kid looked like he hadn't exercised since he was crawling.
Oh, shit.
What are these weird ass descriptions?
Hey, narrator, don't fat shame my bullies.
It's not a fat shame. This is a roast.
Your
Yeah, but
bully
why are
is
we
so
getting
fat.
a roast for this? This is
From
so
the
weird.
narrator.
Burn him up, narrator. Tell me all about this
I
fat
guess
kid.
frag him, narrator. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, look at this.
This
big
feels
fat
so tonally
shit.
out of place.
Also,
Hadn't
why are
exercised
the
since he was
bullies
crawling.
pointing at each other and introducing each other?
I heard
That's
when you were
Matt,
born.
and this is Bob. Like, fuck off.
I
Who
heard when you were
talks like
born.
that?
I heard when you were born, you were like 30 pounds. You fatty.
It's
He's just
it's like a
dropping disses.
storyboard that they just wrote some loose other words into.
Yeah, well, you're such a piece of shit. You came out your mom's ass.
Oh yeah, well,
Got 'em.
I bet you packed like a whole tub of butter for lunch. Just like, as a matter of fact, I did actually.
Talk about a tub of lard.
Yeah. just roast him.
Owned, wrecked.
And I, said the first kid, am Randy.
Oh, fuck.
Radical Randy, they call me.
Keith, Troy, and
Randy
Randy.
Random.
All very common names these days.
Now, for all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a small price for bus fare if you catch my drift.
It's bus fare.
As in, when the
Yeah.
bus comes up, they're gonna ask you for a little bit of money, so make sure
Yeah.
you're prepared so that you
Yeah,
don't
make
hold
sure
up
you
the
have a
line.
nickel out for this.
It's
If you
called the
catch
fare.
my drift, and by my drift I mean I'm trying to be helpful.
Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of the kid's eyes when one of his friends pulled a knife on him.
Whoa, okay.
Seems like everybody here was ready for violence.
Yeah. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I had hoped you would be more cooperative, but it seems we must do this the hard way.
Oh wait, I love the hard way.
The kid walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket.
Just took it.
Jeff got that feeling again.
Jesus Christ.
Now, it
Jeff.
was true.
You wouldn't have this feeling now if you had taken care of it at home.
Jeff,
No.
that's a little... Jeff,
Just
don't- don't.
just because you're standing in public watching a bully root around in your brother's pockets doesn't mean it's okay. I don't know. I don't have to explain this, Jeff.
Jeff got that feeling again. Now it was truly strong, a burning sensation.
That doesn't sound healthy, Jeff. If you're getting a burning sensation down there, I think something's wrong.
He stood up, but Lou gestured him to sit down.
So they weren't standing? No, they were sitting. They jumped back and they were sitting still.
Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid.
They're pretty cool, I've got to say. That they were being threatened by bullies with a knife, and they just sat there looking at them. I mean, that's really keeping your cool. Listen here, you little punk. Give back my bro's wallet or else.
Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife.
Whoa.
Oh, and what will you do? Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it.
Okay.
Okay, you said Randy earlier. Okay. Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground.
All right, where was all this shit when you were trying to kill that kid in his bed earlier? You can't kill a sleeping kid, but you can, fucking Navy SEAL your way through three big bullies with knives?
He's gotten a little rusty over the years.
Well, here he's like the fucking guy from The Raid. He's just snapping everybody down. I know his name, Iko Uwais, but people are going to call him the guy from The Raid.
He's like that dude from Upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally just boom, 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 boom. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why can't you can't kill a sleeping kid?
He grabbed the wrist and broke it.
He was in I said Navy SEALs. Was there a juniors program?
Do I want to know? Okay.
ROTC.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you, he's not the same since he came back from the war, okay? Nom changed this poor lad.
Keith lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped his knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed him too, but Jeff didn't even need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down.
My cool OC doesn't need a knife.
I think Troy got the better of the bunch here, to be honest.
But wait.
I would, getting punched in the stomach is probably a lot better than getting stabbed.
Yeah.
As he fell, he puked all over.
Internal damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lou could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff.
Wow.
I love what Lou says.
Jeff, how'd you?
Was all he said. They saw the bus coming and knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing.
I mean, it is their fault. They did stab these people.
Maybe the reason why Lou's name is a little out of step with the family, and this would sort of go with them being rich people, rich neighborhood. Maybe they adopted a kid from another country, like a Madonna situation, you know? So maybe Lou was just their kid from China, and so he's just he's still getting there,
Take this key?
So they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, they looked back and saw the bus driver rushing over to Randy and the others.
Ha.
Okay. As Jeff and
just
Lou
like a real bus driver.
Yeah. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened.
They ran to school? Hang on.
Yes.
They could have just done that the whole time?
Weren't they headed to a birthday party?
No, they were waiting at the bus stop to go to school. Yeah.
The next day morning going to school.
What Connor said was right. The birthday party was...
No, the birthday party was...
It's still not here.
Yeah, she assumed the birthday party would happen immediately.
Yeah, me too. I assumed it was soon.
Later in the story.
It's happening much later, okay.
All they did was sit and listen. Lou just thought of that as his brother beating up a few kids, but Jeff knew it was more. It was something,
stabbed them.
Scary.
He broke his fucking wrist. That's not beating up a few kids.
As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful it was. The urge to just hurt someone.
Oh.
I really want to hurt someone over all these extra commas.
He didn't like how it sounded, but he couldn't help feeling happy. He felt that strange feeling go away and stay away for the entire day of school.
Nice. I got one murder down. I feel satisfied now.
Even as he walked home, due to the whole thing near the bus stop, and how now he probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore, he felt happy. Still.
So, nobody during school was like, oh, by the way, that kid fucking stabbed me. He just got to walk home. Not a single teacher reprimanded him for that.
When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he said, in a somewhat ominous voice.
Good God.
Oh!
It was
ominous! Like the guy said
hang
before,
on. Wait,
that makes... Is he the...
Ominous?
Oh.
Ominous.
It all
There's
makes sense.
there's something going on here.
And I said, hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
Yeah.
Where we can kill and flipping slay.
Whoa.
And
It
get
was a
along with each other because
Get
their other
along.
duns are
That
dead.
stays
Hey.
the same. Yeah. It was a wonderful day.
Next morning, he heard a knock at his front door. He walked down to find 2 police officers at the door, his mother looking back at him with an angry look.
Oh, so they found a day fucking later they looked into this? I guess the police office was very busy that day. Jeff, these officers tell me that you attacked 3 kids. That it wasn't regular fighting and that they were stabbed. Stabbed, son.
Stabbed, son.
Where'd you
Damn,
find this?
Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother that it was true.
Mom, they were the ones who pulled the knives on me and Lou. Son,
Said one of the cops.
we found
One of
3
the cop-
kids, 2 stabbed, 1 having a bruise on his stomach, and we have witnesses proving that you fled the scene. Now, what does that tell us?
A bruise on his stomach. Oh,
That's
man.
not the most noteworthy injury.
Also,
How
one
about
of
the
them's
broken
got a broken
wrist?
fucking
We-
wrist.
We found,
Yeah.
we found 3 kids with a cut just to their chin, son.
Yeah. And
What
I
does
don't
that
know.
tell
I
us?
think you told me everything there. Like,
Yeah.
what are you implying? Even if it's rhetorical. Kind of gave me nothing to say.
Yeah, what does that tell us? I don't know, officer. What does that tell us? I'm not being I'm being serious, officer. What does that tell us?
Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Lou had been attacked, but then there was no proof it was not them who attacked first.
You could
Didn't you have
What?
witnesses?
what?
No, the witnesses there were several witnesses that all tuned in at the exact perfect
all
time
the
to not see
witnesses.
the bullies.
All the witnesses came out to see what was going on right as Jeff started, counterattacking.
Kicking ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
They couldn't say that they weren't fleeing because, truth be told, they were. So Jeff couldn't defend himself or Lou.
Airtight
What
case
kind of
against
weird-ass
yourself.
Backwards logic is this?
That was just a backwards sentence.
I hate this.
There's a reason that self-defense never holds up in court.
Yeah, no one has ever.
Ever.
Yeah,
Ever, yeah.
there's never been a single case where somebody had self-defense and that they won ever.
Mhm.
If you attack someone, you are going to prison. Self-defense, context. They don't take context into account.
They don't.
There's no context for that.
No.
Witnesses are not a thing. They're not real.
Yeah, it's all about
Witnesses
who-
can only tell what happened after the crime, not
Here's
during
the-
it. They're
here's
not
the
allowed
thing.
to say what they saw during.
Here's the thing about the law, though. Here's the thing about the law. It's all about who threw the last punch.
Exactly.
Right. The other kids can't go to prison. They're like all in the ER. So they got to take Jeff and Lou to prison instead.
Someone's got to go to prison.
Son, call down your brother.
Jeff couldn't do it since it was he who beat up all the kids.
So he couldn't call his brother down because Jeff beat up the kids?
It's just bad wording again. It's like Jeff doesn't want to get Lou in trouble because Lou didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
so he's going to take all the blame, yeah.
Oh.
Sir, it was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. Lou tried to hold me back, but he couldn't stop me.
Hold me back, bro. The cop looked at his partner and they both nod.
Well, kid, looks like a year in juvie.
Wow.
Judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah. Fucking Judge Dredd up in here.
Yeah. Wait!
Says Lou. They all looked up to see him holding a knife.
Wait, I love this.
The officers pulled their guns and locked them on Lou.
They
Sounds
pulled
about
their
right.
gun on a fucking child. Whoa.
Yeah.
Very
That makes
realistic
sense.
story.
Yeah, unfortunately realistic. It was me. I beat up those little punks. Have the marks to prove it.
Oh. He lifted up his sleeve to reveal cuts and bruises as if he was in a struggle.
Okay, they both could have gotten beaten up. That doesn't prove anything. What?
I don't know. They're being like idiot kids or something.
No,
being
I
idiot
mean,
cops,
the
you know how
cops
it
are
is.
being fucking idiots.
Son, just put the knife down.
Said the officer. Lou held up the knife and dropped it to the ground.
Okay.
He put his hands up and walked over to the cops.
No, Lou, it was me. I did it.
What is this?
You could take
I
them
didn't know
both
that-
in. take both of the kids in, take them down to the fucking station.
They've only
figure it
got
out.
one
This is
kiddie seat in the
scary.
back, Matt.
Like,
Yeah.
this is not... What kind of fucking kangaroo court is this shit?
No, I don't know.
Only
is
one
Jeff-
kid can be arrested for the crime? They're ruling out the fact that both of them could have done it?
Here's the thing, Matt. If all you ever watch are Steven Seagal movies, this is how you think the police work. They just march in and, Aikido the shit out of everybody and arrest someone.
And
Arrest
let's be
one
clear.
kid.
Let's be clear. When you've got multiple confessions, you take the last one.
Okay, that's
it's
right.
the law of last punch. It's the law of last confession, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff had tears running down his face.
Huh. Poor bro. Trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away.
Clap me in irons and let
Why
me
are
have
you
it.
talking like this, Lou?
All right. You got me.
This is the situation that is unfolding. Well, take me to jail.
I guess I'm gonna rot in prison now. See you later,
Take
Mom.
me to jail. Worship.
The police led Lou out to the patrol car.
Lou, tell them it was me. Tell them I was the one who beat up those kids.
Why would Lou
yeah.
telling them that it was him make a difference, since...
They're both trying to, sacrifice each other. Jeff's mother put her hands on his shoulders.
Jeff, please, you don't have to lie. We know it's Lou. You can stop.
Say,
Second confession.
they really...
Wait, but I confessed after him. Nah, but you also confessed first.
Yeah, it's rules
It's
of
your
one.
first confession that takes.
Yeah, you can't confess again after you already confessed.
Yeah, it's fucking Lou, so...
My son Lou is being arrested. Well, time to disown him.
To be fair, he was a real bastard.
To be fair, they did always regret adopting him.
Yeah. What the
wow.
fuck is this?
Yeah. Jeff watched helplessly as the cop car speeds off with Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulled into the driveway, seeing Jeff's face and knowing something was wrong.
Mom didn't think to let him know. Call ahead.
Is this when Jeff looks like he does in the picture? Because, if he saw Jeff and he looked like that picture, I would think something was wrong.
Yeah?
No, I'm joking, it's not. Son, what is it? I sound just like the cops, son. Everyone just calls you son. Do you even have a name, son?
Yeah.
Has anyone called you
son.
Jeff once, son?
Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained from crying.
Damn, the war really did do a number on him.
Yeah. I lost my voice thinking about going to war.
Yeah. The old John Benjamin has a van bit.
Yeah.
So good. Such a good show.
Instead, Jeff's mother walked his father inside to break the bad news to him as Jeff wept in the driveway. Okay. After an hour or so, Jeff walked back into the house, seeing that his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed.
Damn, all three.
Both
could-
three.
Yeah. He couldn't look at them. He couldn't see how they thought of Lou when it was his fault. He just went to sleep trying to get the
Okay.
whole thing off his mind. 2 days went by with no word from Lou at JDC.
What, they just threw him straight?
It's straight to juvie. Yeah, the
Straight
cop
to
was
juvie. No
judge, jury, executioner. Decided his sentence right then and there.
No court, no trial, no
No investigation, even.
investigation.
Well, you see, there was a pre-investigation, so that way when you make the arrest, you know what they did? They did pre-investigation, pre-trial, pre-jury, pre-everything, so that way when they make the arrest, they can just put them directly in prison. It's very
It's
efficient.
a dangerous world out there for kids. You could just get arrested and thrown straight in jail for nothing.
Yeah, if you're not home when the police find you, you might not even see your parents before you go in the slammer.
No.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I am the law. No friends to hang out with, nothing but sadness and guilt. That is until Saturday, when Jeff is woken up by his mother with a happy, sunshiny face.
Zippity doodah.
Zippity day.
Excuse me, Mom? What the fuck?
Jeff, it's the day.
She said as she opened up the curtains and let light flood into his room.
What? What's today?
Asks Jeff as he stirs awake.
Why, it's Billy's party.
I've never heard anyone actually start a sentence with why ever.
Yeah.
Why? I do it all the time.
Yeah, why I suddenly also do it all the time.
This is party at like 7 a.m.
Also, why the fuck is she excited about some random kid's birthday?
Well, I mean, she finally got to lose her lesser son.
Yeah, it's time for my one true son to gain a friend.
Yeah.
He was now fully awake.
Mom, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after...
There was a long pause.
Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be a thing that brightens up the past day. Could be the thing, sorry.
No,
I think this party could be the thing that brightens up the past days. Now, get dressed.
That's a way no one talks.
Hey Jeff,
Is this
you're
story
new
getting
in
worse?
the neighborhood. Didn't you have a brother? Where's he? There. That's how that first conversation and every conversation after it will go when he goes to this birthday.
Is this writing getting worse, or is that just me?
I mean, this story's getting less scary.
My tolerance for it is going down.
Yeah. Maybe Jeff the Killer should have been one of those short 4chan posts that could only be like 2 paragraphs.
So I told you, Bob, you should have been taking your Jeff the Killer inoculations, build up that immunity.
Then who was phone?
Jeff's mother walked out of the room and downstairs to get ready herself. He fought himself to get up. He picked out a random shirt and pair of jeans and walked downstairs.
He's got to be careful fighting himself, because you saw what he did to other people. Imagine what he could do to himself.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he could win that battle.
Yeah, it's like, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Stop hitting
Stop
yourself.
killing yourself. He saw his mother and father all dressed up. Semicolon. His mother in a dress and his father in a suit. He thought why they would ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party.
I'm glad he's thinking what I'm thinking.
How me a Jeff learned English?
Yeah.
Son, is that all you're going to wear?
Said
Everyone
Jeff's
just calls
mom.
him son.
Better than wearing too much.
He said. His mother pushed down the feeling to yell at him and hit it with a smile.
Son shows up 19 fucking times in this story. What the fuck?
If this is something where Jeff is supposed to know it's a real fancy thing, then that didn't get conveyed. Because I didn't know it was a real fancy thing.
Well, they go to a fancy neighborhood, so everyone's going to be chandeliers and champagne,
Yeah, how rich are they?
This is so
he got
bizarre.
a big promotion. He went from janitor to CEO.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Now, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an impression.
Said his father.
Why are
it's a
y'all dressed
loser.
up so much for my son's birthday party? It's fucking weird.
Jeff grunted and went back up to his room.
I don't have any fancy clothes. Maybe you should have bought me some before we moved to, fucking the super nice zip code.
He yelled downstairs.
Just pick something out.
That's what I did!
I was about to say.
I'm
bitch!
trying, Mom.
I'm
Pick
trying!
better.
I wore clothes, they weren't good enough. I wore different clothes, they weren't good enough. Fuck off! If you think I should wear something else, pick it out for me!
I don't have the clothes that you want me to wear.
I don't give a shit what I wear. I don't even want to go to the party.
Well, this has been a lot of very therapeutic for Bob, I think.
Right. All right. He looked around in his closet for what he would call fancy. He found a pair of black dress pants he had for special occasions and an undershirt.
He can dress like a Chippendales dancer.
Yeah. Wait. This gets amazing.
He couldn't find a shirt to go with it, though. He looked around and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which go with dress pants. Finally, he found a white hoodie and put it on.
Dude,
Does that go with dress pants?
Dude, dress pants and a hoodie like a fucking school shooter. Like, what kind of fucking outfit is that?
Yeah.
Fucking hoodie and sweatpants.
That's the kind of outfit
Or
you
dress
only
pants,
make
dress
in,
pants.
that's the kind of outfit you only make in, create a character in a
'cause
game or
I have
something.
nothing better yet.
You see
But,
how
like,
it works? Like,
You hit triangle and it randoms that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, haha, they have everything to make a suit, but what if I made half of that and then just picked out like a hoodie?
Yeah,
like,
you look incompetent at dressing yourself.
And then you wear clown shoes for the shoe option.
Dude, fucking, this is the worst outfit he could have put on. Like, black dress pants you're really only supposed to wear, as part of like a full suit, like a black suit with like a white shirt, but like... I think any of your button-up shirts, no matter how striped or patterned they were, would have been better than a white hoodie.
Only striped and patterned shirts. Like, if it's a polo or something, that's fine with dress pants if you don't have a freaking suit. I don't know. Whatever.
You're wearing that?
They both said.
Fuck
his
off!
This is awful, man.
Fuck
this is like,
off!
This is bringing back some bad childhood trauma to me.
Yeah.
I don't care about this
real.
kid's birthday party. If I were rewriting the story, they'd be going to Jeff's brother's court hearing.
They'd be going to Jeff's brother's fucking grave.
Yeah.
He got executed.
At the very least, there would be...
Okay, sorry. They both said. His mother looked at her watch.
Oh, no time to change. Let's just go.
Just be late. Pick out some clothes for him and be late.
You know what they say, better late than dressed like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I say.
If you have a problem with the way he dresses, give him some fucking instruction.
Considering how goofy this story is about to get, Bob.
Yeah.
Don't let it get to you, man.
She said as she herded Jeff and his father out the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house.
You're gonna be late walking across the street?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta make, if you want to make an impression, you show up at the precise second that you're supposed to. They looked it up on WikiHow, how to make an impression.
Right.
How to make an impression. Wear clothes that do not match the situation you're going to at all. Be there at the exact second.
No, if your kid picks out a shitty outfit, spend the whole party apologizing for them, and the parents will then, you'll ingratiate yourself to the parents because they'll understand.
Yeah.
What it's like.
Yeah. They knocked on the door, and at it What? They knocked on the door, and at it appeared that Barbara, just like his parents, way overdressed. God, that sentence sucks. As they walked inside, all Jeff could see were adults, no kids.
What kind of fucking birthday party is this?
No, you were gonna say.
Can I just say, it would be an absolute fucking nightmare for these parents to go to this party because, like, literally within a week of them moving into this house, one of their children got taken away by cops. In the neighborhood. Everyone here knows that. They were all there.
I wouldn't even show up to a fucking party like this.
It's why you have to make a really good impression. You gotta save so much face.
You should just move.
Just move again.
Just move again, yeah.
Abandon Lou and just get out of here.
I mean, he's gone.
They've already abandoned Lou.
They've completely abandoned him emotionally. Now let's just abandon him physically as well.
He's in juvie. Just leave.
It's the last step of the Dennis system. Separate entirely.
Yeah.
Hey, person we bought the house from, can you do a take back, please?
Yeah.
Take backsies? No.
We haven't
had this house for
Control
longer
Z.
than...
Undo.
We haven't had this house for longer than 1 week, so you were legally allowed.
What is your returns policy?
Yeah, that's the return policy for the house. The kids are out in the yard. Jeff, how about you go and meet some of them?
Said Barbara. Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids.
Oh my gosh. It's everywhere.
They were running around in weird cowboy costumes and shooting each other with plastic guns.
With wooden guns.
Weird.
He might as well be standing in a Toys R Us.
I'll get roast them. Yeah, roast them. Burn them up.
Suddenly, a kid came up to him and handed him a toy gun and hat.
Hey, wanna play?
Oh, that's perfect.
He said.
No, kid. I'm way too old for this stuff.
How old are they?
Well, Jeff is about 12, right? Or 13?
He's 13. The rest of them are, I guess,
Like 5-year-olds.
4 or 5.
Yeah, and they're playing dress up.
Yeah. The kid looked at him with that weird puppy dog face. Like, his face
Okay.
actually turned into a dog face.
Yeah,
That would
that
be
would be
pretty
really
weird.
See,
Yeah,
people don't know about this.
I wouldn't be okay with that, to be honest.
People don't know about this. If you go into the absolute richest neighborhoods, everyone there is a furry. Like an actual real-life furry.
Yep.
Whoa.
Like an anthro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why they're so exclusive.
It's a well-kept secret.
Please.
Said the kid.
Fine.
Said Jeff. He put on the hat and started to pretend shoot at the kids. At first, he thought it was totally ridiculous, but then he started to actually have fun. It might not have been super cool, but it was the first time he had done something that took his mind off of Lou.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice and sweet. I'm sure nothing will happen at this party to ruin
Nothing
Jeff's
bad
day.
could possibly happen.
So he played with the kids for a while until he heard a noise. A weird rolling noise. Then it hit him. Randy, Troy, and Keith all jumped over the fence on their skateboards.
I can't even begin to explain how I feel about that line.
Like Jeff is playing at the party, and he's like, "Wait, I hear something in the distance," and it's like, "So here I am, doing everything I can." Hold on.
Yeah.
Holding on to what I am.
Yeah. Randy did a
Something
sweet
means.
kickflip.
Just
Yeah.
a kickflip over the fucking thing.
Oh, they nailed that gap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, he did like a kickflip method, gap combo.
He did
Yeah.
a possible, my favorite trick.
Yeah.
A
It is
possible.
A possible, yes. It's very possible.
You can do this trick.
Jeff dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat. Randy looked at Jeff with a burning hatred. Hello, Jeff, is it? He said.
Thanks. Everyone just calls you son. Should I call you son? I mean,
That'd be weird if I called you son. I'm not even related to you. We have some unfinished business. Jeff saw his bruised nose.
his bruised nose.
What about his broken wrist?
I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you, and you got my brother sent to JDC.
Randy got an angry look in his eyes. Oh no, I don't go for even, I go for winning. You may have kicked our asses that one day, but not today.
I can't wait for them to get
the
fucking
narrator
asses
is
kicked
much better
immediately.
at burning people up than you.
Yeah. Yeah, you totally fucked us up in the past, man. But
Yeah, I mean, the narrator, roasted the shit out of him.
as he said that, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground. It was a self-defense instinct thing, like fainting goats,
Yeah.
I just
That's the
realized
fuck
how
up.
that sounds.
I was sort of picturing they tried to skateboard on the grass and just kind of dug in and just plopped over.
Right. I can't go anywhere without my skateboard. They both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose, and Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. Jeff
Wow.
pushed Randy off of him, and both rose to their feet. Why'd they both fall over then?
Like Jedi's, like what the world is.
Kids were screaming, and parents were running out of the house. Troy and Keith both pulled guns out of their pockets.
Guns.
And then they, Troy and Keith, say this together.
No one interrupts, or guts will fly.
Nice.
They said, nice. Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed it into his shoulder.
Gun and knife.
Okay, so are they gonna get away scot-free from this, or are the kids going to JDC now?
I don't know.
Well, Matt, it all depends upon A, who throws the last punch, and B, who confesses last.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Jeff might be the only kid remaining on
Some of
this,
these,
block.
3-year-olds might confess, and then it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Randy
So
lives to kill another day.
Jeff screamed and fell to his knees. Randy started kicking him in the face. After 3 kicks, Jeff grabs his foot and twists it, causing Randy to fall to the ground. Yeah, that was a real WWE kind of move where you just kick the other guy over and over.
Yeah.
Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door.
Didn't even run,
Troy
just
grabbed
calmly
him.
walks.
All right, I'm getting out of here. I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
I'm walking away.
And check this shit out.
Need some help?
He picks Jeff up by the back of the collar and on a hoodie?
Yeah.
Whatever, and throws him through the patio door. As Jeff tries to stand, he is kicked down to the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts to cough up blood.
Can't imagine
So there's
12-year-old
definitely
with guns.
adults around.
Yeah, they're just watching it.
This is a sick fight scene.
Yeah,
Fair.
they are poured out of the house to get better seats.
I like the idea of 12-year-olds wielding guns and being like scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought they moved to a
fucking
fancy
12-year-old.
neighborhood. It sounds like they moved into like the projects. Like why? Like why are they like what the hell's going on?
Oh, how the fuck did a 12-year-old get a gun? He's fucking 12.
Come on, Jeff. Fight me.
IRL.
He picks Jeff up and throws him into the kitchen.
Throws him.
Yeah,
God.
Jeff weighs like next
Yeah.
to nothing.
Jeff weighs
Yeah.
like 10 pounds max.
Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's head.
What the fuck?
Dude, Jeff sucks. He just gets his ass kicked.
Okay.
He was
But,
awesome.
I mean,
He used up all of his awesome in that first fight scene, and now he just spends the rest of the story getting the shit kicked out of him.
I really like the idea that there's like a 6-year-old birthday party, and so all the parents are getting absolutely wasted.
Wasted,
inside.
yeah. They're getting fucking...
yeah, that's the most relatable thing in this story. Fight! He throws Jeff back into the living room.
He's just fucking...
tossing
Why
him
are you
around
shouting
like
that
he's
in his face?
fucking literally tossing him around.
Come on, Jeff! Look at me! Jeff glances up, his face riddled with blood.
Riddled?
I was the one who got your brother sent to JDC, and now you're just gonna sit here and let him rot in there for a whole year? You should be ashamed.
The parents should
No
be
one
ashamed.
says this ever, what?
Because Jeff
Yeah.
does care about his brother. His parents don't.
Jeff starts to get up. Yeah, Jeff's bully cares more about his brother than Jeff's parents do.
Super weird, yeah.
Oh, finally, you stand and fight. Jeff is now to his feet, blood and vodka on his face.
He stood to his feet, man.
Yeah. Once again, he gets that strange feeling. The one in which he hasn't felt for a while.
Just imagine that the jukebox at the party started playing Good Feeling by Flo Rida, you know?
Yeah.
Perfect
or like
backdrop.
some sick action song.
Yeah.
Clubs can't even.
good-
Clubs can't handle me. Kings can't handle me.
Yeah.
Right. Finally, he's up. Why does Randy do this? Says Randy as he runs at Jeff. That's when it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps. His psyche is destroyed. All rational thinking is gone. All he can do is kill. He grabs Randy and pile drives him to the ground.
Oh, the Macho Man is down.
Yeah. My
shit.
God, Jerry, I can't believe it. He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. What? The punch
What?
causes You're already dead.
His exposed heart.
The punch causes Randy's heart to stop.
What?
As Randy gasps for breath. Period. Jeff
that?
hammers down on him. Punch after punch. Blood gushes from Randy's body until he takes one final breath and dies.
One for the road.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did his heart stop and then he kept breathing for a while?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
blood was gushing from him even though his
Dude.
heart stopped and it wasn't pumping blood.
Yeah, he had that concentrated power of will, you know?
10% pain, 20% pain,
pain.
15% concentrated power of pain.
5% pain and 50% pain and 100% reason to remember the pain.
Don't remember the pain, yeah. It's pretty painful.
Wow, yeah. Everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Keith.
Yeah, I was expecting them to be watching TV. What the fuck do you mean even Troy?
Okay, so
Even
how are
they were
gonna
paying
pick-
attention. Those
all right.
delinquents.
Before we continue, are they gonna just throw out the fact that they were beating the ever-loving shit out of Jeff at gunpoint? Or are they just gonna immediately toss him in jail?
Bob, I'm sorry, Matt. Matt, how many times do I have to tell you about the
No,
rule
no, no,
of the
no,
last
like,
punch? The last punch!
I guess that's fair. He did throw the last punch, so he is definitely going to jail.
That's why they pulled the guns out so early.
They literally chucked.
Right.
They literally chucked Jeff through every room of the house, smacked the shit out of him, and then.
held up everyone at gunpoint.
But because Jeff throws the last punch, he has to go to jail.
And again,
Yeah.
keep in mind, it's not just the last punch, it's the last crime committed in this little event, right? So, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
pulls out guns,
Right.
endangers a bunch of children and other people, right? But because they did that first, they're clear. They're good.
Right.
I'll tell you, this
The
new
only
fucking
way
cop
to
AI
get
and
them
this new
on that
GTA
crime
game
The only way
Right.
they could have been arrested for that, or even stopped for that, is if no one had done anything after that.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
So-
If everyone
yeah.
just goes, we're just going to wait for the cops,
Yeah, so
then
it's
the cops can
rule
arrest
of-
them.
So it's the
The
rule of last strike, the rule of last crime, and the rule of last confession.
Exactly.
I'll
Yeah.
just be real. The wanted system in this new GTA game is fucking whack. Like they
It
had
doesn't
it.
make
I mean, it
any
wasn't
sense.
perfect before, but now it doesn't make any fucking sense. This is garbage.
Yeah, this police system in the Getaway 2 is really
The
it's really
Getaway
something.
3.
No, 3. I forgot they made a second one.
Although they easily break from their gaze and point their guns at Jeff,
Oh,
Jeff
shit.
sees the guns trained on him and runs for the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Keith let out fire on him.
Well, they brought
each shot
flamethrowers.
missing.
No, Matt, they're all furries. These guys happen to be dragons. They breathe fire.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Jeff runs up the stairs. He hears Troy and Keith follow up behind. As they let out their final rounds of bullets, Jeff ducks into the bathroom.
Man,
Rounds
if I-
of bullets, huh?
If I saw someone punch someone to death, I would not immediately start chasing after them.
like I said, it's like the Matrix. It's like, Keanu's life is normal, and then all of a sudden, the agents are after him, you know?
Like, especially if I was a kid and I saw another kid beat someone to death, blood and guts everywhere, I would not be fucking chasing after them. I would have fucking ran away.
Matt, this fight scene gets crazier.
It does.
How?
He grabs the towel rack and rips it off the wall.
What?
Troy and Keith race in, knives ready.
Why?
Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy's
They
face.
just saw him punch someone to death.
Why
Why are
would
they
you-
trying to engage him?
Why would you describe it as banging it into his face?
I don't know. Troy goes down hard, and now all that's left is Keith. He is more agile than Troy, though, and ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack.
Fuck me.
Right, Troy's like 500 pounds.
Right, yeah.
He dropped the knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck. He pushed him into the wall. A thing of bleach fell down on top of him from the top shelf.
Who keeps bleach on the top shelf?
I do, yeah.
How do you not know what word
what
to use
container
there?
is it? It's the
It's a thing of it.
you know, with they got a cap on it. You hold it in the. It's like a thing of bleach. You know what it's called? A thing. Fuck it. I'll just write thing of bleach. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's a thing of bleach.
It burnt both of them, and they both started to scream. I don't think bleach by itself burns you.
If you leave it on your skin, it'll be very irritated. But
Yeah, but it won't burn your skin. Like,
again, he's confused it with acid.
Yeah.
with just generic acid.
Just straight up
Some
acid.
form
That you
acid.
buy from the store, the acid store.
Jeff wiped his eyes as best he could. He pulled back the towel rack and swung it straight into Keith's head. As he lay there, bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile.
Okay, there's so many things wrong with that last sentence.
Who's bleeding to death?
Oh, don't check.
He means in one. But
As
then
Keith
Keith
lay
is.
there, bleeding to death, Keith let out an ominous smile.
Why so serious? I'm sorry. What's so funny?
Asked Jeff. Keith pulled out a lighter and switched it on.
What's funny
He said.
is that you're covered in bleach and alcohol.
Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him.
Just
As soon-
dodge it.
As soon as the flame made contact with him, it's a lighter. The flame will go out when it leaves.
Yeah, as soon
Not
as
if
he
it's not if it's a Zippo. Not if it's a Zippo.
Yeah,
Oh,
could have
okay.
been a Zippo.
As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka.
yeah,
Much fucking.
Yeah, yeah,
While the
Yeah.
alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin.
yeah.
That sentence made me fall over. Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had made him a walking inferno.
Bad.
He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs.
Hey man, Jeff has gotten so good at fighting he can kick his own ass.
Yeah. Everybody started screaming as they saw Jeff, now a man on fire.
So he's a man
Dropped
now.
to
He's
the
not a
ground,
kid
nearly
anymore.
dead.
He grew up real fucking fast, huh?
Yeah.
It happens. If this happened to you, I think you would grow up fast. Or just stop growing up at all.
Yeah.
The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out.
He woke up in jail. They threw him in prison.
Wow. When Jeff woke, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body.
Stitched him up.
He tried to stand up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm, and when he tried to get up, it fell out and a nurse rushed in.
So it's not an IV, it's like a big fucking tube?
They just have an actual tube, yeah.
They didn't secure it at all.
Ooh.
I don't think you can get out of bed just yet, she said as she put him back in his bed and reinserted the tube.
Is that your medical opinion, or are you just a schmuck?
What? I'm really, really wondering what the fuck the tube
They mean
is
an
now.
IV, I think.
Yeah, they
that-
made an IV. But no, instead it's just like this big feeding tube. You just
They're
jam it right in
describing
your arm.
Your arm, yeah. I was, for some reason, I was thinking of a toilet roll.
I mean, they're taking, well, I'm imagining, like, when you say tube, I imagine something much wider. But I mean,
Well, like a PVC pipe, yeah.
like an IV, there are lots of things you can describe about an IV, but I think the tube-like nature of it is probably the least important part of it. The needle, the fluid going through it, the fact that there's a name for it, an IV.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks more hose-like than tube-like.
Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea of what his surroundings were.
Man, get some fucking vision, Jeff. Figure out what you're gonna do.
I
You can't run a project with no goddamn vision.
anything.
That feeling.
Can't
Dude.
tell if this is true or dream.
Jeffy got his knife. All right, let's
Yeah.
go.
Jeffy
Finally,
got his knife.
After hours, he heard his mother. Yeah.
Honey, are you okay?
She asked. Jeff couldn't answer, though. His face was covered, and he was unable to speak.
Then why the fuck did you ask?
Oh, honey, I have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy...
Wait. Just get through it. Get through it. You can do it.
I think we all know the problem here, but...
I can do this, I swear. It's so...
Oh my gosh, this is a real water bin dong moment. Oh,
The sentence itself isn't even that funny. It's just imagining the whole thing. The fucking... Oh, shit. Oh, honey, I have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed of trying to attack you, they decided to let Luke go.
see, it's the rule of last confession. Randy submitted a new confession, so he's free to go.
Randy's dead! How did he confess? Jeff killed Randy!
Did they get his fucking ghost?
No. See, what happened was there were all these 5-year-olds standing around, and they saw Randy taunt him, and he said, "Remember when I fucked over your brother?
Oh, right.
Everybody, are you writing this down? I fucked over his brother? Okay,
Remember
now he
me,
has the right
Eddie?
to
He
kill
didn't
me."
even send his brother to jail.
Randy
And
said...
he and somebody said, "Remember me, Jeffy, when I killed your brother?"
Randy said, "Yeah, I got your brother sent to JVC," and instead of anyone, like, remembering the details about the fight at the bus stop, they just went, "Oh, well, he must have literally done that then." So, he confessed.
Last confession.
Well, this is the internal consistency here is incredible.
The only thing that would even remotely be in question for this police force is, was the punishment given to Randy warranted? And in this case, I guess so. Yeah, Jeff's just allowed to kill him.
Well, that whole law of the last criminal act was, I guess, of... what was it? Keith throwing the lighter at Jeff?
Yeah. So
Before dying. So
Yeah,
that was
I mean,
the last criminal act.
Yeah.
Therefore, Jeff cannot get arrested or in trouble for anything he did earlier. No one else
Well,
can.
it's not just that. It may also be that because Randy had confessed to a previous crime and the cops were going to punish him anyway, now Jeff acts as the executioner of that
Right.
punishment, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
It's like, you shouldn't be killing people, but we were gonna kill him anyway,
Yeah, so I'll let
it
you
all
get away
worked
with it.
out, you're free to go.
And I will say that legally in a lot of places, if somebody is trying to take your life, and you take their life, that counts as self-defense. Like, it just can't be disproportionate. Like, if somebody, like, gives you a fender bender and you kill them, can't do that. But if they, like, are, like, trying to stab you and you have a concealed carry or whatever and you shoot them, then that's self-defense. Because they were trying to kill
unless you confess to it.
Well, yeah, and again, law of last confession, my bad.
Also,
and this is what double indemnity is, right? Since Randy confessed to a crime, nobody else can be arrested.
Yeah, that's double
for
jeopardy.
A crime. Double jeopardy, thank you.
No. I was just gonna say, no, it makes sense that Randy is the one, because he was the last one to confess, because the other two died without confessing to anything.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So Randy has to have the last confession here.
Well, here's the thing. The last confession clause cleared Lou's name. The last crime clause cleared Jeff's name with the alcohol.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, incredible legal system we have here.
Beautiful.
Very, very good. At least it's consistent.
They were trying to make the legal system so that, like, it would discourage retaliation, but it has had the exact opposite effect.
Right. All right. This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm.
Yeah, they should probably do something
At
about
least
that.
tape it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be out by tomorrow, and then you two will be able to be together again.
You
In
won't be
love.
out by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was visited by his family.
Where, Jeff?
Then came the day where his bandages were to be removed. His family members were all there to see it, what he would look like.
Get cameras at the ready.
Yeah.
As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their
The
seats.
fucking theater seats, popcorn, and there's a guy going around being like, get your popcorn, get your drinks.
Yeah, Jeff took a temporary job at the freak show while he was covered in bandages.
Took a temporary job at the baseball stadium.
Yeah. They waited until the last bandage holding the cover over his face was almost removed.
Step right up, see the amazing boy who can't write a fucking word! I was, of course, going to be the doctor.
Yes.
Let's hope for the best.
Said the doctor.
Say that!
He quickly pulls the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face.
Why would the
And
I
doctor
reveal-
say that?
Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face.
Fuck off!
Wait.
Jesus
Lou and
Christ.
Jeff, meanwhile, they're impressed. They're not
Yeah.
scared. They're impressed. Listen to this.
Lou and Jeff's dad stare awestruck at his face.
What a
Shit,
perfect
he's got a
face.
really cool face now.
You have
Awesome
the worst mom.
You have the
Yeah.
worst family.
What? I'm sorry, what? What happened to my face?
You fucked up my face.
You fucked up my face.
Jeff said. He rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom.
It's been 3 years. I'm glad we can still make references to that fucking game.
He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of the distress. His face.
Well, no shit.
It's horrible.
Oh.
His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face was turned into a pure white color, and his hair singed from brown to black.
Is that how singeing hair works?
Hello. I got a
it
hair
wasn't
color
singed
change
off.
from,
Did he have skin like mouse or
skin like snake, mouth like a mouse, and eyes wide like chameleon. Yeah, I got you, don't worry.
Thank you.
I remember that still after, 6 years?
6 years?
Yeah. He slowly put his hand to his face. It had a sort of leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family, who I guess all ran into the bathroom with him, then back at the mirror.
The doctor's like, well, I guess that was the best we could do.
Jeff,
Said Lou.
it's not that bad.
4
Pretty dope,
periods.
actually. I was in awe.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Said Jeff.
It's perfect. You kidding me?
His family was equally surprised. Jeff started laughing
Equal to
uncontrollably.
Yeah, I don't know.
As
Equal to
shocked
what?
as they were.
Equal to
Each other.
Jeff's happiness.
No one of them was more surprised than any other.
True.
Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching.
Oh, here, let me go. Ha 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 ha.
It's the way I navigate.
Jeff, are you okay?
Okay, I've never felt more happy. Ha 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 ha. Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me.
Are we gonna talk about how he's basically just the Joker now?
I mean, literally,
He's got like
just
bleached
the
white
Joker.
skin. Like I guess his hair isn't green, but now he's laughing maniacally.
Yeah.
He's just, they turn him into
Yeah.
the fucking Joker.
He is literally the Joker.
Wow, yeah. When you just see the picture, he's like not just the Joker, but then when you read the story, yeah, he's basically just the Joker.
They just turn him into the fucking Joker.
Now he
It turns out
has,
the Joker
now he
was
has
his-
ha 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 tattooed across his body.
He couldn't stop laughing. He stroked his face, feeling it, looking at it in the mirror. These are sentence fragments. What caused this?
We just read.
Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his mind, his sanity, snapped.
Thanks! Thanks!
I
Thanks a
remember
whole
a story.
fucking bunch!
Story.
Remember it like we just read it.
You really harped it on earlier. You didn't need to like.
I'm gonna send you a big
Describe the fight
fucking
scene.
card that says thank you, because thank you for explaining what we know!
Yeah.
I thought I was about to re-describe the fight scene because I thought they were asking what caused his face to look
Yeah,
like
that's what I
this.
thought too. I was like,
How
no,
the fuck would we not know?
Yeah.
So we just read what caused this. Was
You
this
weren't like
published in
subtle with it.
fragments?
It's written in fragments.
Yeah. So now he was left as a crazy killing machine. That is,
Oh.
his parents didn't know.
Oh, now I know. Thanks.
How do those
Thanks,
two
Story.
relate to each other in a way that you used as that is?
What?
amazing.
This is getting written worse and worse.
Worse.
What
yeah.
happened?
That's because they wrote the cool fight scene. That's what they cared about, and now they're just like phoning it in.
Now that they've
Now
gotten
they're all
off,
tired,
they're
they just want to get
yeah.
it done,
Doctor,
said Jeff's mom.
is my son all right? You know, in the
Not a-
head?
Fuck no.
Jesus Christ.
Does he have? Is he insane? Does he have a reason for his insanity?
Card in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this behavior is typical for patients. If you couldn't tell, I'm just reading a book.
Yeah.
That have taken very large amounts of painkillers.
What?
If his behavior doesn't change in a few weeks, bring him back here. We'll give him a psychological test. No need
He
to give
really
him
is
one
the
now.
doctor from A Reason
Large
for
amounts.
Insanity, isn't he?
Large amounts of pain killers.
Yeah. If you have painkillers that turn someone psychotic, I'm not sure how that got past the FDA.
Hey Jeff, have you tried not being psychotic?
Yeah, well, by
Yeah, Jeff.
painkillers, they mean, like, just a conkle in the head with a mallet, Just knock you out.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
Jeff's mother went over to Jeff.
Jeff, sweetie, it's time to go.
No, it isn't.
No, it's definitely not. Jeff looks away from the mirror, his face still formed into a crazy smile.
Okay, mommy. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, he's so happy. Look at him. He's in such a good mood.
Yeah, he's smiling and laughing, therefore he is happy.
That's
What a good boy.
that's
What a
my
sweet
new
child.
laugh.
They say
Ha,
laughter's
ha,
the best medicine.
Ha.
If he keeps laughing like this, we won't even need to keep giving him painkillers.
Yeah, man. I'm okay with the new Jeff.
No.
Okay. His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes. I hope he was wearing a hospital gown. I hope he wasn't naked.
Did they bring?
Just walk him to the
I
front
guess
desk.
they just brought him some clothes. Okay.
This is what came in, said the lady at the desk. Jeff's mom looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore.
He's not getting out of prison.
Wait. Listen to this.
Now they were clean of blood and now stitched together.
What?
Why?
The hoodie and the
Who did
pants-
Surely
that?
he's got more clothes than just that.
Yeah,
Can't
one.
just buy him some
Surely
new
you
clothes?
could have gotten him other clothes than the ones he was wearing when he was brought in.
No,
Two, you stitch it together like
We
a
held
onesie.
on to this and
You didn't-
stitched
you
this
didn't
together.
even
That'll
like that
cost you
outfit.
extra.
You didn't even like it. Why did you keep it?
Like,
How did you keep it? How did it not burn up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he caught on fire. His whole body
is
caught
stitching
on
it gonna
fire.
fix it? Is stitching gonna fix the fucking burns?
And like, how come the black dress pants weren't bleached?
What?
Oh yeah, it had bleach
Yeah.
on it too.
It's skin bleach. It's very
So
specific.
the parents, like, go to the hospital and then never leave. So they've never had a chance to get Jeff other clothes.
And then somebody at the hospital stitched them together?
Yeah, the hospital seamstress.
Yeah.
Yeah, our intern's great at stitching.
Not good at
So
medicine,
why?
but
All right. Okay. Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put his clothes on. Then they left,
Made him.
not knowing that this was their final day of life.
He was naked the whole way home.
yeah.
Oh, I guess so. Later that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying.
As if. Why?
Yeah, as if.
I can't
Why is it
imagine
all-
why someone would be crying now.
Yeah. No, I
Jeff,
mean, it
you
can't
were
be
so
my son
happy
Jeff.
earlier.
He's so happy.
Yeah. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks.
Literally the Joker.
Oh my god.
Or maybe his butt cheeks.
No, if you saw...
Reverse Joker.
Yeah, well, we never saw Heath Ledger Joker drop his pants, so...
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah, these... I'm pretty sure it's in the porn parody, actually.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine you saw this horrific sight of your son doing this to his face, who you always call son, normally. And then, what do you say to him?
Jeff, what are you doing?
Are you winning, son?
Are you winning,
you
son?
Asked his mother. Jeff looked over to his mother.
Jeff looked over. Yeah, just what are you
He
doing?
is the
Come on,
fucking
Jeff.
Joker now. What is this?
You know you're not supposed to carve a smile into your face, Jeff.
What are you doing?
I couldn't keep smiling, Mommy. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep smiling, Mommy. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever.
Jeff's mother noticed his eyes ringed in black.
The bleach changed his voice, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeff, your eyes.
Come on, Jeff.
Jeff, what the fuck is this? Come on. What? Why are you the Joker now, Jeff?
His eyes were seemingly never closing. But he actually just blinked too fast to notice.
I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burned out the eyelids so I could see them forever. So I could forever see myself, my new face.
I don't think that's how that works.
Okay, what? Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing that her son was going insane.
Fair assessment.
Yeah.
Fair
yeah.
assessment.
It seemed that Sonic was a little insane. No, wrong story. My
Yeah.
bad.
This is nature. This is a real nature versus nurture situation.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful? Yeah.
Yes, son.
She said.
Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy so he can see your face.
Fair.
She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep.
What?
I know.
Okay. Honey, get the gun.
What?
Periods.
Honey, get the gun. What are you in? What?
We gotta put him down.
Oh no, our son's too ugly.
Oh, no,
Oh,
our
we gotta
son's
put him
gone
fucking
insane.
down.
We have to take him
God,
out back
There's
and shoot him.
nothing we can do. Better kill him.
She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway holding a knife.
Mommy, you lied.
That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with the knife, gutting both of them.
One fell swoop.
His brother Lou woke up, startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. As he was on the border of slumber, he got the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up before Jeff's hand covered his mouth. He slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge it into Lou.
Why?
Lou thrashed here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip.
Here and there, yeah.
Here and there, yeah.
Every so
Here,
often.
there, and everywhere.
Shh.
Jeff said.
Just go to sleep.
Here, now, then, and there.
End of story.
Yeah, and then Jeff went on to get his ass kicked by a child. The end.
You know, I agree with the question that's right under the story. Why is Jeff the Killer so popular?
Yeah, why is it? It's kind of fucking garbage.
That was like so much extra stuff that didn't matter, and then even what was supposed to matter just was stupid and didn't line up at all.
Yeah, now of course it says here that the original creator, Saussure, I guess his name is pronounced, is not the author of the tale featured here and claims this popular version was fan fiction written by a follower of his earlier work, which has since been lost. Well, we will be looking at Saussure's DeviantArt post later because his actual backstory for Jeff the Killer, apparently, not much better.
Can we head down to the comment section real quick? I'm just seeing a couple comments that I want to highlight. So, like, bruh here getting 2 dislikes for his comment. That's just basically this. It's honestly very gently saying this story sucks. And he's giving constructive criticism. But I do want to I want to scroll down a little bit to read okay, that low-key gave me chills, and that is a good story. Sure, it don't make sense, really, but who said fiction had to make sense?
Yeah, who said that?
Yeah.
Apollo,
Who said that?
Got him.
Where is he?
I'm
Where is
sure.
John Fiction, huh?
No, I'm pretty sure that's what it says at the opening of Gravity's Rainbow.
James L. Fiction, the man who wrote the fiction rules.
Heir
Where's it
to
in
the
your
fiction
fucking
fortune.
book? Heir
Yeah.
to the fiction fortune. I want to see it in your fucking rule book of where it says fiction has to make sense, huh?
Dude, I love this. Danchy Boy said, how did Randy confess if he was dead? This was a really good pasta, but it had a few little mistakes. I really enjoyed it.
I see Green Paw says, when I saw that Jeff had punched Randy in the heart, it said he died, but then later it says that Randy had quote-unquote confessed. I don't know why you put quotes around that.
iPatch says, I think it was when Randy confessed during the fight. Oh, we were right then. Yeah, it was his last confession.
I mean, the wording definitely made it seem like Randy confessed after he was dead.
You know, we could get lost in these comments forever, but this one guy manages to fuck it up perfectly. I think he's a good review to end one, actually. He says, is it weird to be incredibly young and already be obsessed with creepypasta? If that's
Yes.
normal... I'm pretty sure if you're incredibly old and obsessed with creepypasta, there's something wrong with you.
I'm pretty sure if
thing,
you're
yeah.
over the age of 14 and you're obsessed with creepypasta, you're already too old.
Yeah, and then he said, also to those who judge this, I guess that would be us, piss off. This is a beloved creepypasta. If you don't like it, you can leave it.
Okay, fair, yeah.
And then he said,
I am going to leave it.
says, sure, don't listen to the haters. This is a great backstory. He said he didn't write it.
Says sure doesn't
up.
want to be associated with this,
Yeah,
I guess.
Now, and you know what? That's a good final review, and I think we can also end this riff with a celebration, because you know what? We managed to do that whole riff in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
15 minutes. This page was correct. Exactly.
What a pile of shit.
Thank you so much for watching, and an extra special thanks to our Platinum level patrons, Polly Heber, Dr. Faust, Hoshkoff, ODST795, and Stannis the Manus. If you'd like to support us, make sure you check out the description. There's links to our Patreon and PayPal. There's also a link to a Google form. You can fill that out if you have a story you'd like us to cover. You'll also see a link to our casting call page. Right now, we're working on setting up a big project that will be debuting in January of next year. It's the largest story that we've ever covered, and there's a ton of voices. And right now, you can audition to be one of the voices in the story. The instructions are there on the page. Just follow the link and submit your audition. We're looking forward to hearing it. Thanks again for your support, and have a wonderful day.